What's up guys and welcome to part 44 of What If Naruto was taken by the Raikage. Remember to get this 1 to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out my second channel. I posted 2 new episodes. I posted an episode of Uchiha Naruto, The Sage, and also I post another episode of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. So switch across and enjoy those. And after this, I'm gonna be posting What If Naruto Went Missing for 4 years. So remember to stay in tune and enjoy all the lovely what ifs coming your way. And also go ahead and click that red subscribe button if you haven't yet. And thank you all for your help and your support and joining the channel. And also go ahead and check out my second channel where you can enjoy lovely what ifs as well. So yeah guys, and without further ado, let's get straight into this. So the last time we left off, Shishio transformed into a female and tricked Naruto about a new ramen stand where the both of them fought. But Shishio thought that Naruto would be the same weakling as he fought 3 years ago, but Naruto proved him wrong, as now Naruto has 100% control over the Kyuubi. Sasuke also arrived there as he was assisting the Fire Daimyo to the Land of Iron for the meeting where Naruto was assisting the other Daimyo, Lord Navier. So after that, Shishio ended up retreating with Zetsu, as Shishio failed another chance again to take out Naruto and bring him so the Nine Tail could be extracted. Sasuke and Naruto then talked that night as they catch up because it's been a long time since they saw each other. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off, and you guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's get straight into this new episode. We start this episode right after Naruto's and Sasuke talk, back at the Leaf Village. Anko had finally returned back home as she was back from the encounter with Tadakatsu that wiped out her entire squad. Protocol required her to go to the Hokage's office, but Anko was too tired. Yeah, she would be chewed out by Tsunade, but that was a small price to pay in her mind. When she entered the apartment, she gave it a quick one too, as she saw that it was in better condition than when she left it. It seems Hinata has taken really good care of it. Anko then made her way over to her bedroom, and without turning on the lights, she jumped face first at where her bed should have been. The bed was in the same place, but since that Anko didn't turn on the lights, she didn't notice a human lump that was under the sheets. "Ow!" cried out Hinata as she pushed Anko to the floor and flipped the light switch on. "What the hell are you doing in my bed?" Anko asked as she rubbed the back of her head. "Dad doesn't approve of television, so I had to come here and watch my shows. There was a marathon on, so I slept over." "A likely story," said Anko. "You don't believe me? When have I ever lied to you?" asked Hinata. As Anko pulled off the sheets to reveal Hinata in a pajama with some cartoon characters on it that she didn't recognize. "How old are you again?" "Never mind, that's not important," as Anko started to inspect the bed for something. Confused, Hinata questioned, "What are you looking for?" "I am looking for a sex stain," said Anko. "What?" said Hinata as she squealed in embarrassment. "Nothing on the bed, but I know some people who can clean up with no trace in no time." "What? I didn't have sex on your bed with anybody. Why would you assume that?" asked Hinata. "Because no one who reads Ichi Ichi book isn't secretly a pervert." "I am not," Hinata said as she pouted as she crossed her arms, "but it just looked cute and childish." "It looks like you're telling the truth." "Unless he's under the bed," said Anko as she quickly checked under the bed. "No one's there," said Hinata. "Unless he's in the bathroom," said Anko as she rushed to the bathroom to look, but nothing was there. "Well, I guess you were really telling the truth." "Okay, I'm done." "Alright, you can stay over for tonight. I'm too tired to kick you out." As Anko started to undress in front of Hinata, as it didn't bother her at first until Anko started to take off her bra. "What are you doing?" Hinata asked as she was embarrassed. I like to sleep naked. Don't you? No, said Hinata. As Hinata got up and went to the couch, I will sleep in the living room. You're lost, said Anko. My pillows are way softer than the one on that old couch. Shameless, said Hinata. I didn't mean that as a boob joke, said Anko. You're still shameless, said Hinata. As she drifted off to sleep, as she had the strangest dream. Hinata was currently walking around the village in her usual clothes in the dream. But what made this dream strange was all of the people walking around. They were all completely naked. Hinata's face was burning red to see so many strangers naked, but she walked through the village regardless. Eventually, she noticed that a lot of the people that she was passing were staring at her with disgust for some reason, as if she was the indecent one during this situation. She came forward, ignoring all of the stares until she bumped into Anko. Like everyone else, Anko was naked, but she had her outfit in her arm. She winked at Hinata and started to put on her clothes, as all of the villagers frowned as they looked at Anko putting on her clothes in the middle of the street. You want to stare? Anko said, as Hinata was wondering what the hell was going on, but she felt joy. Yeah, stare at this, said Hinata, as both she and Anko put their middle finger up in the air, as the both of them were smiling. The crowd started to clap, and Hinata looked at Anko and smiled. Thank you, Anko, she said. Don't mention it, kid. I know you would do the same for me, said Anko. Wait, you know it's a dream, right? Said Anko, as Hinata nodded. So, why hasn't he shown up yet? Asked Anko. Oh, you mean not? As Hinata didn't get to finish her sentence, as Naruto came flying through a building, as he was riding on top of the nine-tailed fox with just a towel wrapped on himself. Hinata, you won't believe what I convinced the old man to do. He filled the entire hot spring of ramen. Now come on, before some idiot eats it off. As Hinata was scooped up and carried away into the sunset. The next morning, Hinata woke up as she heard Anko searching her kitchen for any kind of breakfast food. Anko walked into the living room with an almost empty jug of milk and sat down next to Hinata. Hinata noted that Anko had the courtesy to put some clothes back on before coming out and talking to her. Morning, Anko greeted as she turned on the TV and flipped through channels. Good morning. Hey, Anko, can I ask you a question? Go ahead, said Anko as she drank the jug of milk. If I was caught in the village in an embarrassing situation, what would you do? What kind of silly question is that? I would do whatever I can to help you. You would, wouldn't you? You would do it in your own special Anko way. What's got you acting so weird this morning? Asked Anko. I had a dream. A sex dream? Anko asked. No, the kind of dream that helps you learn something. This dream shows that despite how shameless you act, you're a good friend. As Hinata hugged Anko, which made Anko confused, but she just nodded. Hey, what happened on your mission? Hinata asked. Well, we finally found the target. The bastard got a drop on us, and he wiped out my entire team. I managed to hold my own against him, but he got some reinforcement, so I didn't try my luck. I am so sorry, said Hinata, but at least you made it back safely. I don't know what I would do if you got hurt. You would probably break down and make a teary-eyed decoration in front of my grave, said Anko. Anko, said Hinata, as Anko then got up. I am sorry, my sweet Hyuga princess, but you are royalty and I am a lowly commoner. Your father will never bless this marriage, Anko said as she stood up, a dramatic way as she took a pose, straight out of a bad play. I must go now because my heart cannot take the pain of looking into your majestic eyes. Hinata smiled as she decided to play along with Anko's game as she took a dramatic pose. My love, I can't imagine life without you. If it means leaving my heritage, I will do anything and become a lonely peasant, said Hinata. At last, I could never ask you to make such a sacrifice for me. Forget about me and marry a man that suit your royal status. All I ask is that the man be well endowed so he can fully satisfy you in the bed. That's taking it too far, uncle, said Hinata. Party pooper. Oh well, I should be heading to the boob lady office anyway. I didn't file a report when I got in last night. Again, uncle? Tsunade is going to punch you across the village one of these days. I already saw her do it to Jiraiya. I think I'll be alright. She should be used to me pulling that kind of thing by now. Across the village, Tsunade was arriving to the office when a night guard informed her that Anko arrived at the village and didn't send in her report. As this marked the third time that Anko chose sleep over protocol. As Tsunade growled when she heard that, as she is going to make Anko stop all of this madness. Later that morning, in the Land of Iron, the meeting between the 5 feudal lords were underway. Mifune, the leader of the Land of Iron, and was a negotiator over many political needs. He was going over the topics that they were scheduled to discuss today. Meanwhile, Naruto and Haku stood behind Lord Navier as they flanked up against all the other bodyguards. Naruto didn't recognize the Wind Lord's bodyguards, but he was wondering how Garu was doing, so he planned to ask them after the meeting. There were rumors that Garu was a top pick for the Kazekage, and Naruto wanted to see if the rumors were true. Naruto looked over to the Lord of Earth bodyguards and noticed that one of them were shooting a dead glare at him, as it was the girl. That girl does not like me, he thought. An understatement. That girl want to rip your spine out and jump rope with it, said Kurama. Did I peek on her in the hot spring or something and just don't remember it? Naruto asked. No, I have memorized every girl we see naked. She's not one of them, said Kurama. You've what? How many girls is that? Asked Naruto. I have lost count over the few years. So, do we have a problem? Kurama asked. Nah, we have no problem, said Naruto. You're enabling me? Said Kurama. I am surprised that you know what enabling is. Screw you, said Kurama. While Naruto and Kurama killed time with their inner dialogue, Haku was sizing up the Lord of Water bodyguards. On the Lord's right was Kojiro, the only remaining member of the once known 7 ninja swordsmen of the Mist. On the Lord's left, it was someone that Haku personally recognized from his time in the Mist village. This political crap is so boring. Why did I convince that woman for me to go back to the damn Mist? Watching all these dumbass here think about way to make themselves richer, Shigetsu mumbled to himself. Shigetsu doesn't seem to recognize me, Haku thought. I hope the idiot don't mistake me for a girl and try to flirt with me again. The meeting lasted the entire day and the sun was already setting as everyone left the room. Naruto was about to walk over to the Wind Lord's bodyguard to ask him about Gaara, but Lord Navier cut him off. Naruto, would you mind coming with me? Back at my hotel at the room. I got something to discuss with you. Naruto reluctantly nodded as he followed Navier, knowing that he couldn't refuse a request from his client or a lord. Haku followed them back to the hotel. As the trio left, the stone Kunoichi, who was glaring at Naruto, started to follow them, but her partner cut her off. What are you thinking, Kurasuke? Our job is to protect the feudal lord. You have to realize that that was him, right? The son of the Yellow Devil that butchered all of our friends. Even if it is, your grandfather made it clear that no one is to engage him in combat till we know more about him. Running at him blind and tipping him off that we know who he is won't avenge our fallen comrades. All the more reason for me to tail him to see if I can learn more about him. I have mastered a chakra suppression technique just for this kind of situation, so don't worry about him realizing that I am there. If you want to prove yourself to your grandfather, this isn't the way. What the hell do you know? Just shut up and guard the land of Earth. Tell him that I went to make sure that all of our travel arrangements were good, or something like that. I will meet you guys at the train station in a few hours. As you wish, honorable granddaughter. Ass kisser, Kurosaki thought as she tailed Naruto and Haku. She was more than the old man granddaughter, and she was going to do something to prove it. Go and enjoy yourself for a while, Haku. Me and Naruto has personal matter to discuss, neither other, when they arrived at the hotel. Haku didn't want to leave Naruto alone with Nadir, but Naruto gave him a look that said it was going to be okay. Defeated, Haku turned around as he saw the leaf kunoichi that caught his eye earlier as she was heading to the bar. It's worth a shot, Haku thought as he followed her. Naruto followed Nadir up to his room. Nadir turned on the lights and motioned for Naruto to sit on the couch in the middle of the room. Naruto quickly noticed the privacy seal on the door as he sat down. Nadir then walked over to the minibar as he started to mix a drink for himself. Naruto, said Nadir, I have noticed that you don't seem to like me. Where did you get that idea from? Asked Naruto. You're an easy person to read. The reason I asked you up here to ask you why you don't like me. Did I do something to offend you? Look, you did not do anything. Well, when we met at that party, you were getting all of the attention from the girls, and I wasn't getting any. I know it's stupid, but... Nadir then laughed. That is the same lie that Haku told me. He must have told you about our talk last night. It's not a lie, sir, said Naruto. Nadir finished his drink as he stood next to Naruto. I want to tell you a story, Naruto. Have you ever heard of Uchiha Madara? Yeah, the man who faced off against the first Hokage at the Valley of the End. Madara was a true genius in the art of ninjutsu. The only man who created more ninjutsu than him was the second Hokage. One of Madara's favorite techniques was chakra suppression, an ability that when mastered, allow one to hide their chakra from sensory types. But he didn't stop there, did he? Naruto interrupted. Correct, said Nadir as he paused. As he then looked at Naruto, he pushed it further. So, a person can make a sensory type presume to see what they want as their chakra level and hide it from them entirely. Not even the infamous Mito Uzumaki could see through him. So, are you telling me the reason your chakra feel off to me is because you're using that technique? Naruto asked. Well, I am trying to use the technique. You see, the technique require a lot of focus. So you aren't good enough to use the technique flawlessly, said Naruto. Oh, it's not that. It's just, do you have any idea how hard it is to look at that idiotic face and keep calm? As Nadir smashed his drink into the ground, sending shards everywhere, Naruto quickly jumped back out of the couch and pulled out a kunai. Do you have any idea how I despise you? It takes everything holding me back not to shred you to pieces right now. I want to kill you, but you haven't yet suffered enough. But my plan is still going to happen. You were even kind enough to bring the witness I wanted. What the hell are you talking about? Who are you? Said Naruto. With a snap of his fingers, the privacy seal on the door disappeared as Nadir quickly pulled out a kunai out of its robe. Naruto got ready to defend himself, but he didn't need to. As Nadir turned the kunai on himself, someone help me, Nadir screamed out as he pierced the kunai through his shoulder, as Naruto just watched as he was stunned. Outside the door, the stone kunoichi Kurosaki, Oniki's daughter, was listening in, as she then heard the scream after the silent seal broke. As she kicked open the door and jumped in. Please save me from this assassin, Nadir pleaded. She ran straight at Naruto. Naruto tried to reason with her, but she wasn't taking one bit. Damn it, Naruto said as he dodged her fist. He then looked as he saw the window. He then jumped right through the window. As Lord Navier was in a high room, as he sent a chakra chain out of his back, itching into the wall. As Naruto then activated the chakra on his feet, but he had no time as Kurosaki was already upon him. As she came at him with a fist, but he grabbed it as he tried to explain. It wasn't what it looked like. He stabbed himself just to set me up. I am not easily fooled, assassin, Kurosaki said as she pulled back her hand, and then started to attack Naruto again. As Naruto knew that he didn't have time for this, so he had to end this quickly. He dodged her fist as he sent a fist into her stomach, making her cough, as he then summoned a bunch of shadow clones as they grabbed onto her and jumped off the building. As Naruto created another large pool of shadow clone, as the real Naruto hid in them as they all dispersed. As Navier was watching everything, the first phase of his plan has gone off well, even though the timeline was pushed up. Naruto was now going to be seen as a criminal who attempted to assassinate a feudal lord. But guys, I'm going to be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And yeah guys, go ahead and check out my second channel. I post a new episode of Uchiha Naruto the Sage, and I also post a new episode of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. So switch over there and check it out and enjoy all the lovely what ifs coming your way. And after this, I'm gonna be posting What If Naruto Went Missing for 4 years. So stay in tune and enjoy all the lovely what ifs coming your way. But for now, I'm out. Peace.